Hey guys, so today is my 2 week post-op. Well, actually, it was yesterday. Yesterday was my 2 week post-op, and today was my 2 week post-op appointment. So before I tell you how that appointment went, I'm going to tell you how the last 2 weeks have gone. I had a lot of people tell me that the pre-op diet was by far the hardest part of the whole weight loss surgery process. The pre-op diet for me was not that bad. The post-op diet has been horrible. I haven't been sick or anything like that. My pain after the first week was minimal. I'm doing a lot better. Yeah, it's sore still, but it's doing a lot better. There have been times during the past 2 weeks where I have just broken down and cried because all I wanted was a taco and I couldn't have it. Or I just wanted some meat and I couldn't have it. Because of my surgery, I had to miss, most of you know this, but I'm a LipSense Senegence distributor. And I had bought my ticket for their annual seminar months ago. And it just so happened to be before 2 weeks. Like, it was this past weekend, so I wasn't even 2 weeks out from surgery. So there's no way I could have gone. So I was already emotional because I couldn't have food. And then I was emotional because I couldn't go to the seminar that I wanted to go to so bad. And I've been a mess, and there have been moments where I was just like, what have I done? Like, this is the rest of my life. And like, I was so like, eating was a chore. Like, my diet has been very much so like, I could have a quarter cup. I had to take 10 minutes to eat that quarter cup. And I could only have things like creamed soups that were like strained or blended really, really well. So like cream of potato or cream of chicken. I could have custard, which I had to teach myself how to make, which wasn't hard, and then I could have yogurt. I could have sugar-free pudding. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, and stage 1 baby food. So like the really, really, really thin fruits and vegetables that you feed babies. So that was the diet that I've been on for the past 2 weeks. And I seriously, there were days that you look at me wrong and I would start crying because I wanted food. And I seriously, like, it was so hard and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I was so mad that I was missing out on things that I wasn't like, and not even just like emotional eating, but I'm a mom and a wife. I cook meals for my family. And so I would cook these meals that I love and that I'm used to making and not get to eat it. I would dip up my family's food and then go eat my yogurt or eat my pudding or my soup, and it wasn't satisfying. It didn't taste good anymore. I was also allowed to sip on one protein shake a day just to make sure I was getting my protein in, and I just wanted to cry most days. I'm the type of person that if you ask me how I'm doing, I will just say, oh, I'm fine. I've gotten better at not like saying things are great, when they're not. And as you can see, I still have this cruddy laryngitis stuff. Like, I have way more of a voice now, but it's still just like I could sing in the baritone tenor section right now with no problem. So yeah, that's been hard, but on the flip side, I have had so much love and support, and I might get emotional here, from friends, family, and strangers. Like, people, like I'm in a support group for people who've had bariatric surgery. There was a man at the hospital. I don't know if I ever told this story, but I was going on a walk on the floor in the hospital because you're supposed to go on as many walks as you can throughout the day. And so I was going on a walk and I was just so sore. I was in so much pain. And I sat down and this man came and sat down next to me. And he said, "Hi, are you okay?" And I was just like, "I'll be fine." And then he just looked at me and he said, "My name is Dan. Can I pray with you?" And I said yes. And it was the sweetest prayer. It was one of those moments where it was obvious that he and I were not of the same faith. He was Christian, I was Christian, same God, but he sat there and he prayed for me and prayed for my health and, thanked God for being able to be in my presence. And I've held on to that so much. And then I have another friend who literally prayed with me over Facebook, and she and I aren't of the same faith either, but we're both Christian. And it was just beautiful. And I've just had so many people, I've had people stop by. I've had people bring me flowers. Just yesterday, the young girls from church, ding dong, ditched me and put like this hanging basket of paper flowers and said like, "Thanks for being awesome." And it was so nice. And so while it has been so hard, it's also been very uplifting, and I've learned a lot about myself. One thing that a lot of people, like a big fear that I know a lot of people have going into weight loss surgery, is people saying, "You're taking the easy way out or you're cheating." In 2010, I lost 95 pounds on my own. I ate right, I exercised, I did it by myself. For me personally, I am putting this disclaimer on there because I know it's not the same for everyone. For me personally, weight loss surgery has been 10 times harder than losing the weight on my own ever was. I can't lose the weight on my own right now because of circumstances of my health. This was my 11th surgery in the past 4 years. A lot of people probably don't realize that. And this has been really hard. Now, pushing that aside, yes, I would do it again. Because we're getting into my appointment from today. As of today, I get to start purees, which is a bit better, in my opinion, than soft or full liquids is what the other diet was called. So it basically says puree whatever you want as long as it's a pureed texture. I'm like, well, there are a lot of gross combinations I can think of that just aren't gonna happen. But I can do stuff like chicken salad, or I did potato salad today and it was really good. And so I can puree stuff like that, and that's fine. I'm 2 days short of a month right now. In 2 days from now will be the date that I started my pre-op diet. When I started my pre-op diet less than a month ago, I weighed 395 pounds. My BMI was 55. Today, like I said, less than a month since I started that, I weighed in at my appointment at 353. In less than a month, I've lost 42 pounds. And I'm just completely blown away. My BMI is at a 49. I broke that 50 barrier. And I would do it again. Yeah, it's been hard. But the saying that success is right outside your comfort zone. I really believe that is so true. This has been so hard for me. It has been one of the hardest things that I personally have had to go through for myself. The hardest thing I've ever had to go through was my dad's death. But this is the hardest thing that I've ever personally, for myself, had to go through. And I've been through some crap, you know? I've been through a lot. But this has been a personal challenge for me. This has been very challenging for me. But the scale doesn't lie. And I could not be happier with my results. My dietitian was very happy with my weight loss. He said I'm actually ahead of the curve weight loss wise, like as far as how much weight I've lost since my pre-op visit. He said I'm actually quite a bit ahead of the curve. So number one, I'm proud of myself. Like this has been so hard for me, but I'm proud of myself because I did it and I stuck to it, even though it was hard. I'm going to be on purees for 3 weeks. I guarantee by the end of it, I'm going to be sick of it. But I'm not going to stop. I have too much willpower and too much determination, and I can see my goal. Like I can visualize my goal. And I am not going to let anything get in the way of that. I don't know how many of you know this, but the biggest reason I got weight loss surgery was because without losing a substantial amount of weight, I wouldn't be able to have the surgery that I need to fix my bladder incontinence. That's an entire other story. I don't know if I've covered that in another vlog, but a long story short, during the last surgery they did to remove my tumor, they paralyzed my urethra, and now for a year and a half, I've had absolutely no bladder control. And in order to get that fixed, I had to lose a substantial amount of weight. So now I am on the path to being able to get that fixed. And once that is fixed, I'll be able to start working out and really put my weight loss on steroids and just kill it. And I'm excited for that. And I'm excited to get my life back. Like, I can't even tell you how difficult it is. Like, my social anxiety is off the charts because I never know, like, if I'm going to have an accident. And it's difficult, but I know that I'm on the right path to getting that back where it needs to be. But yeah, other than that, my incisions are healing great. They look really, really good. I'm not really in much pain anymore. I'm starting very slowly to get my fluid intake up to where it needs to be, because I'm supposed to be getting 64 ounces a day, but with my stomach as small as it is, I have to sip all day. And so that's an adjustment for me, but I'm working on it. I constantly have my water bottle with me. Trying to think anything else. Has anything else been different? Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about my procedure, about the surgery, about the past 2 weeks, about what's been the hardest, what's been the least hard. Anything you guys want to know, let me know in the comments. I would love to answer questions. And I'm going to try to be more active about doing videos like this, like update videos. The last 2 weeks were just so hard for me, and I was so emotional that I had a very hard time wanting to pick up a camera and do anything. So yeah, that is my 2-week post-op update. I am down 42 pounds since my pre-op, and I think that puts me at like let me do math. I'm not good at doing math quickly. 71 2 So 10, 18, 17 pounds since surgery 2 weeks ago. So in the past 2 weeks, I've lost 17 pounds. So 42 pounds altogether, 17 pounds. I think that makes sense. It might not make sense. Now I'm like insecure about my math skills. Okay, let me see. 71 53. Carry 1, 3, 3, 7. Yeah, 17. That makes sense. Okay, I'm like questioning my abilities to do math. No, is it 27? Wait. Whatever. I'm sure you guys have all figured it out and you're laughing at me now. Anyways, my brain is not functioning right to get you the exact number that I've lost since surgery. But I've lost 42 pounds total, and that's what's exciting for me. It's probably 20 something, I think. I'm going to stop now. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.